Hey everybody, it's Sukaba, and the time's come at last after a very long feeling recess between the end of the regular season and now, but we're finally here for our first playoff match for the VBL-S. So we rolled the Dondozo team, brilliantly put together by Cannor. This is technically, I guess, the semifinals for our conference, since there's only 4 teams left in each conference, and it's also our first playoff game, first game in a while. So I kind of had to get back in the groove once I found out the matchup, come up with a plan to beat a team that has been dominating this season. Really strong season from Cannor here. So obviously when you take a look at this squad here, there's a couple things that highlight it, namely the Tatsugiri Dondozo tandem, right? So that's kind of what takes away a lot of your attention in prep. Now, I did not want to fall into the trap of over-prepping for the Sushi combo. And I'm actually really fortunate because I happen to have something on my team that kind of like single-handedly checks that combo for the commander strat. So we'll get into that in a second. But if you look at the rest of the team, you got Murkrow, which is a great support mon. Definitely worried about Prankster Taunts coming into my supports. These two. So going to have to think about how to assign my mental herb. Additionally, he has 2 mons that are very high on the kill ladder this season. Heracross and Bisharp have been just nightmares for opposing teams to deal with. So those were really the main threats I was looking at. But you also can't sleep on the damage output of Gengar. The fake out threat of Pikachu. The Pyroar put in some work last week. So it's really just a tough team to sort of pinpoint what you want to do. When I'm thinking about, if I'm Cannor, what am I bringing into this matchup, right? Playoffs are here. You're bringing your bread and butter. I would feel a little weird bringing some random heat like Bronzor or Espeon, you know what I mean, to a playoff match. So I'm trying to think of the mindset, if I was prepping against myself and how I would expect to play this matchup. I'm gonna focus really on these 6, which are probably the main ones that are coming to the match, and then I'll sort of come up with a plan for these ones on the fly. So that's sort of the mindset I had when I went into this really tough week of planning. Here's what I came up with. So we've got our support Klefki screens with Trick Room option available. Terra Dark to potentially stop a second Prankster Taunt, maybe. Probably not going to Terra it, but I do have the mental herb on there because I am really worried about that Prankster Taunt coming in faster and eliminating my ability to do anything. So probably going to stick with my really strong Klefki screen set that has been winning me games all season. Quaquaval has a very, very good matchup here into his team. Water fighting combination, really, really strong offensively into his team. Usually, if he can't hit one, the other will take care of it. So he also has some mons that are 4x weak to fighting, mainly the Bisharp. So Quaquaval is going to be good. Also, just resists his major threats a lot. It really resists the Bisharp. The Bisharp can't really touch it effectively, and it can deal heavy scaling damage, with the Moxie and the Aqua Step. Going to be a danger for him to set up and, dominate the match, especially if I have it behind screens. So that's going to be one of my main damage dealers for the week. And now I've got my golden boy for the week, my secret weapon, if you will, my Dondozo counter, Skeledirge. So, yeah, I'm really lucky I have an unaware mon as well, because I could just ignore all those stat boosts. And if I Terra Grass, he really can't touch the Skeledirge. Order up does 20%, no matter what, even max attack. So I'm going to be able to take it out with a Terra Blast or just Shadow Ball it to death. If he's a subset, Torch Song actually goes behind the substitute, so I could stack up special attacks while I wait to break through that substitute and then just OHKO it after. There's a lot of things I could do, but I'm kind of counting on this thing as my major clutch to keep in the back and then wait for the Sushi combo to come in, stall, and then once that comes in, try to get him set up. So I'm going to have to be mindful to save my Terra for that endgame scenario, unless I've ruled out the Tatsu Dondozo combo, then I'll have freedom to Terra something else. But this is going to be really, really important for me to position well this week. My other support for the week is going to be Toedscruel. So I put a sash on it because, it could just die to an Icy Wind from Tatsugiri if I don't do that. This thing can also deal with Dozo, kinda, because, you could just put it to sleep. Redirection is also good in his team if I want to, lead it next to Quack, try to, set up without it taking heavy damage, bring the Klefki in the back, then set up my screens, just have a super Quaquaval, something like that. But yeah, Toedscool gives me another support option, and even seeing it in team preview is going to cause him to second guess his decisions as for what he wants to lead for the match. Really, really potent Mon to have on your team preview. Scyther also is coming this week as an offensive Mon. This is something that I kind of realized as I was looking at, what did I want these last 2 spots to be? The Scyther has just a really good matchup into the team as well. Like, the bug flying really does a good job of resisting Bisharp, Heracross, unless it's running Rock Slide, lol. But we'll hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, it does a really good job. I could, with the Technician boost, Aerial Ace, I can just annihilate Heracross, and I'm EV to outspeed it, unless it's running like a Scarf or something, or he sets a Tailwind. But yeah, I can just Oko it with Aerial Ace. Pounce is really good. Bug Stab into his team. It'll do neutral to Murkrow and to a lot of other Mons, and also give me a speed drop. And then the close combat is for the Bisharp, which I otherwise don't really have a way to hit with Scissor, even if I do a good job at resisting his Bisharp's hits. So the Eviolite Scyther behind screens is going to be a nightmare for him to deal with, unless he has really powerful rock attacks or gets a crit or something. So I'm going to kind of rely on this as one of my damage dealers for the week, and hopefully it pays off. I have not actually brought Scyther to a game this season. It's come to preview a couple times, but not quite making it into a match. We'll see if it can happen here. Now, this last spot is it's kind of niche in a way that I have it set up for my build. This Dragonite kind of uniquely deals with Tatsugiri in the sense that, Multiscale will protect it against an Icy Wind, and Habanberry will protect it against a turn 1 Draco Meteor. So if he leads Tatsugiri and I lead Dragonite, I'm going to be coming out on top of that matchup, either bringing it down to Sash with Dragon Claw, if it's Focus Sash, or if it's Scarf, just Okoing it right back. And then, Extreme Speed is there in case it is Sash. I can just finish it off next turn, even if it drops my speed or whatever. And Extreme Speed is just really good cleanup anyway for other threats. If I don't need to Terra the Skeledirge, I can have this as an option to Terra normal E-Speed things. I also have Icy Wind and Earthquake, just because ground coverage, really good into his team, especially spread ground coverage, and I do have a lot of protects on my team, and flying type, so Earthquake can definitely serve a purpose. And then the Icy Wind is there just in case I'm in a situation where, I need to damage both Mons, I want to drop their speed or something, it kind of just gives me that option. I might change that out before the match, we'll see, but that's kind of going to conclude my team builder for the week. We're going to get into our playoff match versus Cannor ASAP, and I'll see you guys in the match. All right, we're back in the match, pulling up our 3-game set here, and I'm going to get the 3rd game up, and then we'll take a look at what we got here. First glance, pretty much what I expected. The Pyroar is really the only wild card there that I wasn't really sure about, but the rest I expected to be present. So, if I'm him, I'm going to lead Murkrow. I'd imagine he's going to try to pull off the Sushi combo at some point in this set. It's just been too good for him not to. So I'm really hoping my tech hero can steal me a win in one of these games if he doesn't see it coming. But, yeah, I think for lead, game 1, I'm going to go Klefki and Quaquaval. Seems like a decent lead. And then what do I want in the back? I definitely want my Dirge as the Dozo answer. It's also just good into the other 2 as well. Skeledirge is kind of like a lot riding on it in this match for me. And then, now is a decision if I go with the Dragonite or the Scyther. I'm thinking the Dragonite is a little better to bring in the back. The Pyroar makes the Scyther a little scary. I'll try Dragonite, game 1. Nice. Okay, good. So I think the Sushi is here, if I had to guess. Now, let me just verify here that I just want to make sure Pyroar is a special attacker. Yeah, primarily. So I get a lot of value out of a light screen here. And, this could be a protect on the Pyroar. I don't think he wants to eat an Aqua Step, but it's a tough read. I could get Draco'd, which could be bad. You know, a Protect is not the end of the world. Just to see what he does. But at the same time, I don't want him to get a free hit on the Klefki. I think I'll just Aqua Step it. Okay, so the burn comes in. So maybe it's a more supportive Pyroar. But the speed boost is really nice because now I believe I'll outspeed both unless it's Scarfed, which it is not Scarf Tatsu. So, alright, set up a Reflect then. And then the burn is not great. Just Aqua Step again. Protect is kind of the obvious play, but buys me some time. Tatsu, I'm not really too worried about at the moment. I guess I just D-Gleam because I don't have anything else better to do. And just Aqua Step it again. I don't think this KOs me, the Muddy Water. It's only doing about 20%. And I get an attack boost back for this turn, which is actually really good. The miss is nice. Yeah, I would have lived anyway. So does the Dozo come in here? Oh, it's a tough call. I'm going to bring in the Dirge. Yeah, good idea for me. Okay, so Terra Grass and Terra Blast the Dozo. Commander's activated. Is it better to Shadow Ball in case he Terras? I don't have to reveal the Terra Grass yet. And I could sort of protect this to buy me a turn. Yeah, that's doing nothing. Especially behind screens. I am going to hit it with the Terra Blast, I guess. Maybe I should have Terra Blasted. I think he Earthquaked because he wanted to get the Quack as well. So the fact that I still have it is good. I don't know if I want to preserve Quack. It kind of is just going to die in the back, but it's also not doing anything here. I think I'm going to Terra Blast and switch it. Okay. So that's good. Heracross comes in. So this, I can just Torch Song it. And then Dragon Claw the Tatsu. I wonder if this is like Specs or something. Must be Specs, actually. And it is the burn there. Okay. So I Torch Song and just Dragon Claw it. Pray I don't miss. So this is an Aqua Step. And yeah, I think this is an extreme speed for me, actually. He can't kill both. Like, even if I miss, I'll get another chance. Or I'll kill it with Aqua Step. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so the Dozo counter really worked, and it got me a win, which is what I wanted to do. I'm imagining he's going to be very skeptical to lead, or to bring Dozo again. So if I'm him, I'm switching it up. I'm definitely bringing Murkrow this game to try to play that card around. Pyroar didn't end up being that impactful. I mean, the burn was cool onto Quack, but not the end of the world for me. I don't know if he'll bring it again. I may see like Tatsu, Bisharp, Heracross, and Murkrow. I'd be very shocked if he brings Dozo again, but I do have to bring the Dutchman in the back anyway. just in case. Either way, it's good. I mean, it's really solid into the rest of his team. I don't see a reason to veer from Klefki. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna go for the same lead. Trying to think here. Like, if he's really leading Murkrow, what's the best course of action? I think it is the Quaquaval. I like the idea of bringing Scyther this game, and then obviously the Dirge in the back. Yeah, Murkrow comes out with Tatsu. That's kind of what I expected, if I'm being honest. I'm expecting a Tailwind here. Light Screen and Aqua Step is a favorable play. The Mental Herb is going to come in clutch. The Avoid is very nice as well, and that's where the Sash is. Dazzling Gleam is value here, and I could pick it up with a Brave Bird, presumably. Tatsu's pretty frail. Well, I guess actually Klefki would be the one picking up the KO since I'm faster. Maybe I just Dazzling Gleam Protect here. I think he's going to try to taunt it again, or set his tail when he kind of has a decision to make now, because he probably knows it's going down either way. Yeah, the Tailwind comes out, which is fine. It's actually a bad Protect now because of that. The Reflect has to come out here, and then I can just Brave Bird the Heracross and kill it. Terra Flying's not great. The miss again is unfortunate for him. Okay. So a couple options here, since I have my dual screens. If Dozo's in the back again, I think I can't risk it. How much did Hydro Pump do when it hit 57? So it will die. It's actually an interesting scenario I've found myself in here. I think I just bring in the Dutchman anyway. Dazzling Gleam. I'm just going to sack it, I think. Get rid of the Tatsu. I just need to stall the Tailwind too. It's unfortunate that didn't kill. Oh, what is this Mon in the back? It's probably not Dozo. Well, either way, I have a Reflect, so the Wave Crash won't kill me. But I won't be able to deal with it either. If I'm him, yeah, I think this is fine. And what is he locked into? Hydro Pump? You know, I think this is the optimal play, actually. Is to Protect and then Torch Song with my Terra. Commit the Terra. I don't think I'll be needing the Terra Steel anyway. And if I don't want a Terra that's Scyther and then end up having it die. Well, that's not good. And my Light Screen expires, which means I'm probably going to die to Pyroar. And he gets a reset on that. Oh boy, that was a bad play to Terra. I should have known Dozo wouldn't be in the back. Fuck. And I just protected. And my Light Screen's gone. I can't believe he had Pyro there. I figured it would be Bisharp. I have to close combat it. And then just try to kill the Tatsu. I think. Because I can't even... Well, I am Assault Vest. I might live. I could probably just double it. Oh, the live isn't, unless he Muddy Waters. Oh, that's good. Okay. So this is going to be killing that. And I should be able to win here with an aerial ace. Yep, that's it. All right. GG to Cannor. That was scary for a secondary in game 2. But I think like I said, I'm really lucky that I got this matchup and that I happened to have like the perfect Dozo counter drafted already. Like it really took a lot of the pain out of my prep because like in order to prep for Dozo, I've seen other opponents like you have like 5 different ways to stop it and then it still doesn't work because you don't get it set up. Like all I really had to do was keep the dirge in the back and it would have been fine. So yeah, it ended up working out for me, thankfully. So we're going to see somebody in the finals, either Bbraf or Tay, which is going to be a rematch no matter what. So good luck to them. I look forward to seeing their match. And then I'll hit you guys up with the match next week against the finals for our conference. And I'll see you guys then. Peace.